In our final film tonight, the story of a group of West Country musical legends. At least that's how their fans see them. It's all part of the BBC's People's History of Pop, a celebration of 5 decades of British rock and pop music, told by the people who love it most.
I'm Jack Ashton. I play Tom Hereward, the curate in Call the Midwife.
What a surprise.
Please say yes.
My name's Joe Sims, and I play Nasty Noise, the plumber in Broadchurch.
I was nowhere near that beach, so she's lying. Mate, I don't even know who she is.
And we've come to beautiful Camden to watch our favourite band, who are...
The Wurzels. Let's get our scrumpy on.
People have travelled from far and wide to the famous live music venue Dingwalls in London.
We've actually come from South Carolina, USA.
I've seen them like 3 times now.
I'm a big Wurzels fan, yeah.
Like us, they've come here to see their favourite scrumpy and western band.
Welcome to London.
Being Bristolians, we're all massive fans. And this is probably my 3rd or 4th time I've seen them at Glastonbury. This is the 2nd time I've seen them at Dingwalls.
I've been to see them 16 times. This will be my 16th time tonight.
Have you?
Yeah, 16 times.
It's got to be one of the highlights of your life, Joe, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Sneaking backstage to meet them in the dressing room.
And only moments before they were due to go on stage.
Hi, lovely to see you, Tommy. How are you?
I'm alright.
Oh, blimey! I tell you what, this must be like people feel when they meet Mick Jagger or or Paul McCartney. My hands have gone to jelly, my palms are all moist.
Why have you never been to see us in Bristol then?
I have been to see you in Bristol. I've been all over. Rocking around the A38. I have been. I went to I've seen you in Pensford. I've seen you in Bristol. I've seen you in London. I've seen you in Wells and Somerset. I tell you what, I have left no stone unturned, chaps.
What's on the playlist then tonight? What's coming first up?
Don't know.
Make it up as we go.
Yeah, as the voice.
It's amazing to think these guys are still going strong after so many years.
The band story started way back in 1966. The year England won the World Cup. Yes!
And the Beatles were topping the charts with songs like Paperback Writer. The Wurzels were the brainchild of this man, Adge Cutler.
He'd been the roadie for another star from Somerset, Acker Bilk, and had had a brief taste of fame as a character on Acker's TV show.
Resident rustic, Adge Cutler.
Do you wear gaiters to stop field mice from getting up your trouser legs?
Well, however did he guess?
Adge came and saw me in June 1966, came into my offices, and Adge had written some songs, and he was just getting up and singing them when anybody persuaded him in pubs. Adge said to me, look, I'm stony broke. Can we do anything with these songs? And, can you make me famous? And I said, well, why don't we have a go?
So John called his mate Bob Barrett, a leading producer at EMI.
Bob said to me, what's the songs he writes about? And I said, well, about cider and manure and things. He thought I was nuts.
Crazy or not, Bob gave him a day in Abbey Road Studio 2. That's where the Beatles recorded.
I heard they caused a right stir, dressed up as country bumpkins, arriving with bales of hay and milk churns.
Yeah, that's right. So much so that the head of EMI himself, Sir Joseph Lockwood, demanded to hear the demo and promptly signed him up for a record deal.
Said yes, sir, twice daily.
Now here's a man who knows so much about the history of the Wurzels that the band themselves have nicknamed him Professor Wurzel.
He has every version of every record the Wurzels have ever made, including this.
The most prized item in my collection is this demo record, Champion Dung Spreader and Twice Daily. It was produced at EMI Studios in the summer of '66 by Adge and the Wurzels. It's possibly the only copy in existence, and it led on to them getting their recording contract later that year.
Now this looks interesting.
That's Adge Cutler's stepdaughter, Sue. Her mum Yvonne kept a great big case full of memorabilia.
Ah, looks like the prof's gone round to check out the hidden gems.
Well, we've got his original Wurzel scarf. We've got the books with his writings and his ideas.
Oh, so much stuff. His diaries, notes, jokes, lyrics and music.
Look, the original version of Drink Up Thee Cider. That's what Adge called his national anthem.
What's this? Looks interesting.
What is this? Oh, this is the night of the LP.
Were you lucky enough to have been there for that?
Yes, I was. I was 18, I think, something like that, showing my age. But, oh, it was raucous, actually. It was packed out.
For the Wurzels' first album, EMI were keen to record it live. And Adge suggested his favourite pub in Nailsea.
50 years on, their old manager, John Miles, is back on location.
Well, this is a room where Adge and the Wurzels recorded their first LP.
Adge, Cutler. Hey, hey!
And the stage was just here, and there must have been 200 people.
Nice Wurzelish crowd here tonight, isn't it?
I think the recording equipment that the EMI bought was over there somewhere, and it was just an amazing evening.
Over the next 8 years, Adge, Cutler and the Wurzels released more records, toured around the country and appeared on TV.
By that time, Tommy Banner and Pete Budd had joined the band.
The first job was the British Cider Drinking Championships at Redcliffe Bay on November the 5th. Freezing cold night, it was raining. And I mean, everybody there knew Adge because he was such a local character.
Well, I was sat on the riverbank minding my own business, doing a bit of fishing, and a certain Thomas Banner came from in the distance. A little figure came up. I said, "What are you doing here, Tom?" He said, "I'm looking for you." He said, "Can you play with us tonight?" And that was my first gig. Was in a bingo hall in Weston-super-Mare, wearing someone else's clothes.
It was all going so well, but then in 1974, tragedy struck. Adge was killed when he crashed his car driving home from a gig.
All of a sudden, the bottom had knocked right out of life.
He never sang in Nashville.
I mean, Adge was, he was just a lovely guy. He was a dear friend. It's just a great shame. I mean, we all lost an amazing talent.
With all his songs of country life and how things used to be, Adge Cutler became a legend in the West Country.
He was a king, really, and especially to Somerset people and Bristolians.
See you again sometime, Adge. God bless you.
John Miles said, "Look, lads, you know, Adge was the man, but it's your job as well. You were there, you're going to make a living. Give it a try."
So that's exactly what they did. And 2 years later, they went to #1 in the charts with this.
We still love a bit of Combine Harvester, and the Wurzels have even updated it for the dance generation.
When I first went to drama school in London, my Wurzels album was pride of place, like in my bedroom, because like it was like the one thing whenever I was feeling a bit homesick, I'd stick the Wurzels on and I'd feel a bit better.
In a world where we take ourselves too seriously, we're always worried about this and that. It's about taking time to smell our roses, and I think that's what the Wurzels do so well. Led initially, of course, by Adge, and then that mantle taken over by Pete and Tommy and stuff, and it's just been magic.
They always say to us, don't ever retire, boys.
As long as we got our health and we can still do it, we'll carry on.
The world's been singing along with the Wurzels for 50 years.
And they're as busy as ever, with bookings already rolling on into next year. Proper job.